John 13 and 35 in the NLT. Do I have your attention this morning? John 13, 35. Because you know, like I know, people don't want to hear this. They want to, something to get me, you know, to shout. Let me rhyme a little bit, like I'm a rap singer. Let me entertain you. That's not my call. But the sad thing about it, that's what we're looking for. Now watch this. 34. Somebody said, how do you know that's what we're looking for? Because I used to do that. And I used to finish preaching and saying, I ain't say nothing. Told the church up. What you preach on? Nothing. I just took some little popular sayings and put it all together and then preached it and hooped it a little bit and added a little drama with it, told the church up, and they talking about, boy, you preached. And I'm like, I didn't. I wanted to just kind of see how this would work. And so I started preaching on like those old testimonies and stuff like that. You know, how, mama used to go in the kitchen and didn't have much in the kitchen, but she got those pots and pans and yeah, she began to grease them to the right and grease them to the left. Now, Jesus. And she put that lard in that pan. Chopped up that chicken. Put a little pepper on it. A little all-purpose seasoned salt. You don't hear me. And the thing that got me is if I have to stand before Jesus, having to do that Sunday after Sunday, I am absolutely going to have to give an account of how I dwarfed the growth of people. And so I came out of that and I asked the Lord, what do you want me to do? He says, I called you to teach the word to equip the body of Christ with simplicity and understanding. And the crowds were not as big as they were because nobody wants to sit. I wouldn't say that. It was just better to come and get entertained. It was amazing. And you could get cussed out right after the service is over with. You could get hit on right after the service is over with. There could be some little dirty deacon that come up behind you and invite you right after the service is over with. And I'm like, what is wrong with this picture? And I didn't want any part of it. And that's why the song meant so much to me this morning. You can take the world. I want Jesus. See, it's real to me that one day I'm going to die and I'm going to stand before Jesus. And how does that look? What does that look like? Standing before Jesus, knowing you were not doing it right, but it was more important to get the validations of people rather than to be used to grow them up to their maturity. And does the Bible say anything about that? He gave gifts to men for the purpose of maturing the church. It's not the purpose of entertaining the church. It's not the purpose of, let's see who's out there and, they're doing great things and they got a lot of people coming to their church, so be like them. Let's find out all the things they're doing, and then let's just emulate everything that they're doing and be like them. I couldn't do that. I made my mind up if there were only 8 people coming to the dome, I'm going to teach this word, and I'm not going to come off this word. I'm going to teach it. I'm going to dig. I'm not going to quit this. My job is to water and to plant, and then God gives the increase. Millions of people come in on every week to hear something that takes them deeper, even if they don't disagree with it. It's like it's got them thinking about it. It's got enough information in their head where God can talk to them and say something to them. Because they're mature enough that they didn't throw me away because I said something they didn't agree with. They said, well, I've been with this man for 30 years. All right, that's one. That's pretty good. One thing I got a problem with out of 30 years, that's pretty good. But immature people, that one thing was that's just an excuse for them to do what they had planned on doing anyway. Y'all don't hear me. All right, look at this now. You ready? Verse 34 and 35. Now, I am giving you a new commandment. Love each other. Just as I have loved you, you should love each other. Just as I've loved you, you should love each other. Just as I love you, you should love each other. Jesus was mugged and went with a cat o' nine tails and died for every sinner that mugged him. And he said for us to love one another like he loved us. How did he love us? Unconditionally. There's nothing we could do to make him start loving you. And there's very little that we do that quickly causes other people to stop loving us. That's the difference between maturity and immaturity. Mature people say, I don't like